Welcome back, guys, to East 10, Nordics, our last episode. With Chapter 6 having begun, we swept Balta Island before checking on Rhea at Krangle Island to see the Griga still protecting her. After then slaying the beast on Kalon Island, we next began our sweep of the Sandras, now finishing our talks with its crew. So you wish to get stronger, Dukrem? That is a capital idea. Really? So you'll give me some pointers, right? Pointers? Well, to begin with, what exactly does true strength entail? Perhaps pondering that would be a good starting point. Kind of feels like you're dodging the question. But hey, you're the powerhouse priest here. I'll keep up the faith and get to thinking. When you believe you have an answer, please do not hesitate to let me know. I was only passing by, but Graham was so enthusiastic with his request that I simply couldn't refuse. Wishing to grow stronger is only natural for a boy his age. I remember back when I felt the same. Ah, those were the days. Damn it, I was going to polish up my sword, but my mind just went focused. I thought this whole experience might help my stupid pops ease up a little. What he said was pretty solid, though. I don't necessarily think he's wrong. Give me a break, Kaya. You're seriously going to take his side? Now I'm even more bummed out. Why's got to act like such a know-it-all anyway? Especially since he'd still be a Griga right now if we hadn't saved him. I'd tell you to just get over it, but I guess that'd be hypocritical of me. Still, don't go dragging your personal problems onto this ship. Fine. Stupid old man, where's he get off acting all high and mighty? Especially when he'd still be Griga right now if we hadn't saved him. It's the two true. You're blocking the forge, guys. Guys. I don't think I can actually use it. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
I'm just wondering if we could enhance the shade cutter now that we fought those guys, just in case we managed to get a drop. Wait, I can make you the +2, but not Kaya's weapon? Oh, that's sad. We need black silver stand for that.
Okay, all done.
Sad.
What's next? Hit me up whenever you need.
And we couldn't do the weapon, could we? I mean, we couldn't do the armor.
Hey.
Still.
What's next?
Maybe if we dismantled some equipment, we probably could. Steely bones for that as well. And, oh yeah, and basic craft stock. We probably should level up the Sandras more than anything.
Ah, here.
We can now make the super antidote. A solid medicine that completely neutralizes body toxins. Only costs 20, but of course needs antidotes and milk flowers to make. So we could probably make quite a few of them, to be fair.
There.
Super
Take this with
antidote. And what else should we make here? We've got 3 revives. I think I might make another skill potion.
There. Take this. Anything. Try to keep.
Slight heal plus all SP back seems pretty good after bursting. I've known that Rafe has been agonizing over what happened to Mark all this time, but I never thought it would drive him to this point. Maybe it's too late to fix things anymore. I'm amazed you've somewhat forgiven him, especially considering he went to the booze, ended up with your son dying, and forgot about you. That you even exist. He's just completely lost himself as a person. You've got a lot of compassion, I guess. And I thought Rafe would be driven to this point. It is too possibly late. I don't know. Nothing to buy from you by the look of things.
Anything else? Safe trap?
I'm the great Dawson. Come at me, you bastards. My first examination of him in Karnak was concerning enough, but Mr. Evilis's symptoms are even more dire than I realized. I imagine his chances of recovery are low. They are not, however, outside the realm of possibility. The medical world makes advancements every day. Stumbling upon a new remedy would be far from unheard of. In the meanwhile, we'll just have to look after him and persevere, for Rafe's sake as well, in a certain sense. Hopefully an effective treatment will turn up during our voyage. In the meanwhile, we'll just have to look after him and persevere, for Rafe's sake as well, in a certain sense. I'm just going to take a glug of my tea. Because it's getting cold and I don't really want to waste it that much. Got to drink most of it, otherwise it's a waste. It doesn't seem like Mr. Evilis's condition has improved at all, and Rafe appears to be acting normally, but that might be even more concerning in its own right. I've always thought of him as being very calm, but in reality, he's been keeping all of his grief and rage pent up inside. How, after all the time we spent together, had I never noticed? I'm worried about Mrs. Evilis too. She's been keeping the family afloat through all of this. It really makes me hope that things will turn around for them someday. So now you start to realize that the ship is now filling up with most of Karnak. Give me tribute, Picard. Ugil is preoccupied with pecking at a piece of dried meat. Why, you've been pinching through the messel, haven't you? And plates too, by the look of it then. Hey, someone's having fun. Unbelievable. This bird's probably got more brains than a lot of us. He's also very cute. Yeah, a pet raven would be pretty cool. I reckon my wife would want it. My wife loves birds too. It's just the fact that birds and cats, our other love, are a bit incompatible, some would say. Just a little.
Let's set sail.
Right. Let's get out there. So there's an island over here, the Moonview Isle. That's where we landed, but we've also 100%ed that place, interesting enough. So I'm going to go offshore of it.
All right,
So skip
let's
forward
go.
a little bit.
A new island.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
we can go ashore.
It's not a new island. We've 100%ed it already.
Drop anchor. We're
Maybe
going
I will
ashore.
drop anchor just in case there's anything there.
All right. Better mark this area on the map.
I was wondering if the whale would be viewable.
Oh? Seems we got fish in the water.
Yeah, I think I've already tried to fish here again, haven't I?
Maybe I'll throw a few lines.
Yeah, nothing here. The whale isn't visible. He's not hanging out with us. Sad times. Right, there's something right ahead of us, and I managed to not boost in the slightest bit then.
Ahead.
Failure. What's this then?
Quick as a flash.
I want to run it over.
What's that there? Let's see.
It's, Ray. Oh, there's a sunfish again. That sunfish is taking a nap. It's sideways now. But wait, I don't even know. There's a ton of theories on why they do that, from plain exhaustion to getting birds to pick insects off of their bodies. From this angle, it almost looks like a sunbathing. A sunfish through and through. Ah! Are we just going to watch sunfish being preyed upon everywhere now? What's he looking at? Is that a giant bird carrying a sunfish? I can't stand to watch this anymore. A new event with Ashley has been added on the ship. Okay.
See how you fancy this?
Someone was mad. They fired the cannon.
Mind taking the helm?
What's going on, Ashley? Do you want us to go sort this sunfish kidnapper out? It is a quest. What's got you so lost in thought? Oh, perfect timing. You two are free right now, right? I have an important job for you. I swear, try to be nice and check in on the kid, and he starts talking down at us like always. Well, out with it. What do you want? Right, so you both saw them too, right? Huh? Saw what? What else? The sunfish. How could you forget those poor little guys we saw in the Sonelia Basin? Oh yeah, now it's coming back to me. I wonder why I ended up having to. Yeah, what? Circle of life, man. I'm worried about that too. But anyway, the sunfish are in danger. That's all part of nature. The weak get preyed upon by the strong. The sunfish from earlier are probably already dead by now. Hey, don't say stuff like that. One of them still seems to be safe. I even checked with my spyglass to make sure. So what? You're going to keep it as a pet? Not a chance. We can't be wasting our time on that. So stop putting words in my mouth. I never said anything about taking it in. I'm just scared it will get attacked again. All I want to do is find some place where I can sunbathe in peace. Okay. You want us to install spikes on it or something? I've seen one too many sunfish-related tragedies in the Sonelia Basin. Something's got to be done about it. Sure. You too, Adol. Well, if that's all we're doing, then fine. So how do you plan on finding that sunfish a safe place to sunbathe anyway? I have no clue. Like I said, it's got natural predators all over the ocean. Yeah, I know that. That's why I've already marked a few possibilities on our sea chart. I want to check them out in person though, so I was wondering if you could take me. Looks like they're all in the Sonelia Basin. What makes you so sure these places will be good for it anyway? Nothing really, I just figured somewhere nearby would be less strain on the sunfish. It'd be pointless if moving it to unfamiliar waters wound up killing it anyway. Now quit wasting time, just let me know when we get to those spots I picked out. Okay, I get it. We'll holler once we arrive at one, so be patient.
All right, let's do this.
Fun in the Sunfish has started. One of the sunfish is just at the top of the boat, should just go like, end it. Circle
Great
of
times over.
life. Reincarnation. Where are we looking then? One over there, and one on the other side of the place. Assumedly, this is going to be the definite no location. Actually, we made it to one of the locations you picked for the sunfish. The area is blocked in by a reef, so it ought to be good for keeping out of view from predators. Yeah, I bet the sunfish would feel a lot safer here. Looks like it's the giant bird territory. So much for that. You said it. Not much we can do but move on to the next spot. Giant bird territory, you say? Let me just warp to here.
All right, let's go.
The fastest way for us to get around after all.
Whoa, amazing.
Yeah, I've got some acceleration on this baby now. Need to target that one. Oh, what about this place? The fog makes it harder to be spotted, but there's also space in the back for the sun to shine through. Seems like the perfect place to take in some rays, and the fog ought to keep it safe from predators. Yeah, this is the one, I'm sure of it. Adol and the others found the sunfish that was being chased by a shark earlier and guided it to the safe haven they settled on. Is it okay? It's not dead, is it? Shut up and look. That's just the way they sunbathe. Glub. Looks like it all worked out. I'm glad we found a good spot. Yeah, me too. Anyway, you really came through for me. The sunfish looks pretty happy too. So I guess this wasn't so bad. Your true colors really show when it comes to sea life. Seems kind of like that's where your heart is. I wasn't expecting to feel this way either, actually. If anything, I thought I would always hate it. Why is that? Nothing. Never mind. More importantly, if something else comes up, you better help out again, got it? Yeesh, what is with you? You're such a little brat sometimes.
And that takes care of that.
Lovely. The sea life's location was added as a travel point. You can have this book as thanks for pitching in. It's from the study of my old house. I don't need it, so use it however you want. Azure Manual Slide. Brakaja.
Notebook entry complete. Let me know when you find something new.
It's fine. Now we know that this is an area that we can come back to if we ever need to get some food quickly. You know what I mean? This is our sunfish storage.
Feeling queasy.
So what's in the foggy bit? Nothing at all? It's kind of surprising to me. Well, we're kind of clearing out this area fast. There's a fair few bits to go at, and we never even checked that spot to see if everything was alright. I'm guessing that Mynorca Village on Falcom Island doesn't
Let's be off.
give us more dialogue? Yeah, so when we left, that was the end of the dialogue for the area.
Handle your...
Good to know.
You've so long.
So I think we've spoken to everyone now. Crew, Balta Island. Oh no, there's a whole other island with people on it. Anchor Island, right? Or Fishgull Island? Is it Fishgull or Lecto or... What's down here? Breezy Islands. Anchor Island, yeah. I'm not going to forget about the Anchor Island people. Except if I've already talked to them, of course.
Drop anchor. We're going ashore.
Island, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Villiers here, after all. Wow, on top of all this fishing gear, you've got some pretty fine weapons on offer. I bet you could sell these for a mint to a discerning merchant. Can't deny that. The thing is, I'm not in it for the money. I'm just going at things trial and error until I manage to break free from my past. Oh, sounds like there's a story there. Yeah, for all I know, you might have already heard it. Anyway, I'm just one step away from forging my ideal weapon. Piqued as my curiosity is, I won't pry. Still, it sounds like it'll be one to write home about, so good luck. Can't wait to see the finished product. Ivalda, Something about her piques my interest. Maybe I should have her fix up the nicks in my sword. So this girl's half of the Balta Seaforce's peerless pair right now, huh? She might be young, but she knows a good weapon when she sees one.
You have the eyes of a warrior. I like that.
Thank you. There's no new weapon for me to buy because you shouldn't have a weapon that's better than what I've made.
Have a look at my other way.
We're failing to enhance a single accessory at the moment. We just don't have bits for it. It seems like it opened up way too early.
I can't wait to...
Before we can reliably get the materials. Thank you so much for catching her. She's such a handful. I just don't know what to do sometimes. It's a good thing I always keep a little feed on hand just in case something like this ever happens. But honestly, Linnea, you've been working yourself to the bone. Don't you think you should take some time to rest? Mikkel being gone's left a lot of work behind. It'll cause trouble for everyone if I don't pick up the slack. I have to keep it together. I'm his sister after all. I can't let him come back to a home in shambles. I see, but please try not to push yourself too hard. The boy would be beside himself if you collapsed from exhaustion. I take my eyes off my sheep for 1 second, and the next thing I know, she's run off to who knows where. She certainly doesn't make looking after her easy. Reminds me of a certain someone, honestly. Truly, it pains me to see Linnea like this. I just hope Mikkel finds his way home soon.
Here for some shopping?
Depends if you've got anything new. Part of our sweep is to make sure
Anything else you'd like? Don't you?
the shops don't come up with anything new, but I don't think they do in general. Once we bought the stuff, we move on. The other day, a travelling merchant delivered a letter to me from the mayor of Karnak. It appears he's hoping we'll provide support toward the town's reconstruction. Any problem of Karnak's is a problem of ours, so of course I'd love to help. We have so little to spare these days. I hope to get in contact with him soon so we can work out a mutually beneficial arrangement. There seems to be a lack of trees on these islands. Is it true that the Grieger have occupied Ilma Village? Are they going to move in here and lock all of us up next? I just can't stop imagining the worst case scenario. It's one anxiety-filled day after another lately.
Yeah!
We sorted it. And then, of course, Kaja shouts really loudly in his ears. Yeah. We handed our fish over to some Seaforce people who came to resupply, on top of wholesaling them to merchant ships we're partnered with. Thanks to that, our stocks completely ran out. Should probably head out and catch some more just to make up for it. That's a fisherman's life for you. Catch fish, sell fish, repeat. It's not easy, but someone's got to do it.
Looking for some fishing gear, mate?
I don't know. Do you have anything? You also sell large bait now.
Need anything else, mate? Hope you reel in a big one, mate.
Ends every sentence with mate. Mate. He's honorary British. Yeah. Right, let's move on then. Because I think that's the last populated island for us to check out. You haunt me. Let's start checking out some of the bits lower down here. We may as well go to Ralphus Island, which again is also 100%ed, but it gives us a good amount of...
Let's go!
Hey, we can see the fort from here. Good thing we brought him down, huh?
Sometimes I envy how easily pleased you are, Gren.
Can't you just be happy for once? We rescued the villagers. Not to mention reunited with you.
Mm-hmm. And what could be better than that? Wonderfully done, Rafe.
Yeah. Glad to be back.
Let's make use of this.
Rafe is back. Alright, we gotta check out some stuff. That looks like an enemy ship. That looks like a pirate ship. Could it be the pirates again? Mate? Captain Daedalus, is that you? Not gonna be an even stronger challenge ship that knocks me out in one shot. I mean, it's wearing merchant colors,
This is neat!
but we know that that's not trustworthy.
Looks to be a merchant ship.
But we also haven't heard word of there being bad merchant ships around the place, have we?
Oh, time to water the seedlings.
Oh, dear. Is the ship all right?
Hey, here's a colourful bunch. You even got a raven with you. Did you know, according to old legends, having a raven aboard your ship brings good luck? Yeah, that's an emissary of heart for you. This little guy's been looking over us. Ah, so you're a Norman. Begging your pardon, ma'am. Name's Frud, the fastest sea dog in Obelia Gulf. Maybe you've heard of me. I ended up stranded for a while thanks to the white whale, but it looks like he's finally calmed down. About time I should be getting back to work. Must be fate that we met though, don't you think? If there's anything you want, just let me know. May not look it, but my selection is pretty decent. I get a lot of valuable stuff in exchange for ferrying cargo around. Merchant
Want to
ship
take a look?
Frud. Oh,
Anything
I'm
else?
definitely bartering. Crystal shard set, so we can literally just buy more shards if we needed. Blessed scrap paper for 373?
Pleasure doing business.
Totally.
It's all yours.
We can exchange crystal shards for that. The blessed scrap paper is nice. We can't open a new accessory slot yet though, but
Anything else? I'm sure we'll...
we had so much food I could easily do it. Alright, which one do we follow to the end? This one? Is it that island? I mean, most likely so. The seagull's there.
A new island.
valuable.
Should we disembark on it?
Bonk.
All right.
It's a small
let's
one. It
disembark.
reminds me of like the island where we found. It is literally the same, isn't it? More or less. Reused island asset? I don't know. Where we found the doctor. Got 3 levels, but that doesn't really give us much more.
All right. Better mark this area on the map.
Alright, so I guess the major priority on this island is to smash any and all objects that we can. Well, of course, using this to see if there's any secret things here, there, or anywhere. May as well rob it of all the
That's the stuff.
presents first.
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around. In my sight.
No. I picked it up.
Found something.
5 fishing bait.
Yeah, something's here.
Wait, is there a mine here? I'll break these mushrooms over here for milk flour. Not much else on this island by the look of things. What's down here then? Yes, give me that craft stock. Past 100 again. Ah, what do you know? There's a cave here. Signs point to it being in use up till recently. Maybe it's a pirate treasure trove. Maybe it does give off that sort of vibe, but there don't seem to be any traps or footprints, so I wouldn't be so sure. I could send somebody in there though. A human maybe? Well, quickest way to find out is to head in and look. Let's move. I don't believe it! You're the last person I expected to see in here. I thought I heard someone coming in.
Princess.
And who should it be but the princess herself? It's been quite some time. Einar! I figured you were a Grieger by now, but it looks like you're doing just fine for yourself. Yeah, somehow or another. As for this young man over here, is he not the same one I saw you with in Karnak? Adol briefly introduced himself and explained the situation with the Sandras. I see, so those monsters were Grieger after all. I'd heard rumors of them, but to think they would spread all across Obelia Gulf. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself, Adol.
My name is Einar. I'm a merchant operating out of Balta Island.
Sorry, Einar.
I travel Obelia Gulf and its neighboring countries by boat, making purchases and brokering trade agreements. Though there is much to be concerned about, I am grateful that our paths have converged.
Speaking of which, the general shop on Balta Island is Einar's. The kid usually running it, though, is his little brother Falky. Yeah, you sure are polite, yeah. We know he's not a warrior because we talked with him in the original Karnak visit. You needn't feel obliged to match it. My profession has led me to develop a bit of a, shall we say, habit of being overly courteous. Anyway, it's good to know you're alright. What have you been up to? Everyone on Balta Island is worried about you. Your kid brother especially. I see. My apologies for that. When Karnak was attacked, I had just left for my next business negotiation. It was then that I encountered these ominous battleships, the Undying Fleet. A number of them gave chase, and I tried my very best to shake them off. That is how I wound up here in the Sonelia Basin. This island houses a secret storehouse of mine, so I found it a suitable place to lie low until the white whale has calmed himself. A secret storehouse? That's cool! Ah, yes, I suppose the term does stir the imagination. Originally, I discovered this island by happenstance while seeking refuge from a storm. The surrounding topography makes it difficult to spot, a fact that I have taken full advantage of. Pretty shrewd. Now then, if I may touch on one final matter. This is only a proposition, but would you allow me to board your ship and conduct my business upon it, Princess? The Sandras ain't a merchant craft, you know. We didn't have infinite space, and the people from Karnak having a tougher time than you are. Why do you want on, anyway? Because he's going to be useful, unlike some of the people of Karnak? Well, Karnak is no longer a functioning town, and the waters have been overrun by Griga. This will surely have an adverse impact on the flow of goods in Obelia Gulf, which as a seafaring merchant is not something I can overlook. And so, given that your ship provides ease of communication with Karnak's townsfolk as well as a means of fending off the Griga, would it not be more efficient for me to accompany you? Hey, you make a good point. I'm sold. You really are a salesman, Einar, with a silver tongue to match. I thank you. Got it. In that case, welcome to the crew. You sailed your own merchant ship far and wide all by yourself, right? I expect you to lend a hand with onboard duties then. Naturally, I do believe I will be of service to young Asa as well. May this be the start of a fruitful partnership between us, Princess, and you as well, Adol. Einar has joined the crew of the Sandras, increasing our mana cell recharge rate, which is actually a very nice stat to increase. Thank you very much for joining us. Einar's wares has been added to the Sandras as well, and Peddler's Spirit has been unlocked. Contribute point exchange! You can obtain various items in exchange for contribution points, which are allotted according to your contribution value. Your contribution point balance can be viewed in the Records tab of the Journals Help Other section. So we had to get the second part of it. We've got the person we can get contribution points, and now we've got the person that we can take from too. So this island's already 100%ed. I just want to leave. Let me out. So if these have respawned, it'd be unwise of me not to take at least the stuff that drops craft stock too. Don't you agree? We should be honest, it's all on this side of the island. Got 64,000 of those and I'm not even using it.
Eat this!
I mean, as anything and all could be used as bartering. So take what you can get. Also, there's a fishing spot.
Seems we got fish in the water. Maybe I'll throw a few lines.
Nothing new, however. I think I get paddled to the Sandras, to be fair.
See how you fancy this?
What, the water? Ah! Oh, it's a Norman. God. Is it Momina? What was a scream just now? That was Millet. It's Millet with Cohen? You boar, what savagery are you committing? I'm just trying to gut this fish. And you would so brazenly perform such vulgarities in front of a lady? Oh, these barbaric backwoods fisher folk. Sorry, I just... I can tell I'm going to regret asking, but what happened? Seeing merchant ships out in the open waters had given Millet an idea. By negotiating with them, she could feasibly arrange for a rescue boat from outside of Obelia Gulf. The only problem was she had no contacts to speak of. Cohen, unable to bear seeing Millet so gloomy, offered to prepare a meal of fresh seafood for her. However, when she saw a living fish being gutted, she inadvertently let out an ear-piercing shriek. Millet, you're in the wrong here. As captain, I order you to apologize. I mean... kind of a snap... I'm fine with this. Can I have the prompt that says, yeah, this is how life happens. This is how it works. Kind of a snap decision there, I'll say. I don't know. You say that like it's a bad thing. Disputes on board need to be nipped in the bud before they fester. I accept full responsibility. The fault was mine for behaving so discourteously. Clearly nothing has changed since my leaving home. I'm still the same spoiled little damsel I've always been. Be meaning to ask what your deal is, actually. All I can gather is that you're a rich girl from some well-to-do family. I am the daughter of a wealthy merchant in the Roman Empire. However, a few months ago, I learned that my parents were planning to force me into an arranged marriage. The suitor was a noble who I knew by neither face nor name. Clearly, expediency was the only consideration. I was to be used as a bargaining chip, without ever knowing true love. The prospect evoked enough disgust to prompt my departure from home right then and there. And you wound up all the way in Karnak. Good hustle, rich girl. Wouldn't have guessed you had it in ya. It swiftly became apparent to me how helpless I truly am, however. My family has gone so far as to send pursuers after me, leaving me on the run with no plan or destination. And yet I still have the gall to act unduly snobbish and curt to most every face I meet. Truly, what am I even doing? You're kidding. You're amazing. I only wish I was as brave as you. I mean, just look at me. I'm a fisherman who's afraid of the ocean. When I was young, I tackled an offshore fishing trip, only to end up in a horrible accident. Aside from my life, the sea's taken just about everything from me. My pride and joy of my boat, my courage to take on the waves, and my dreams of being the best fisherman in Obelia Gulf. That's why I admire you. You struck out on a path you chose for yourself. It's nothing all that grand. Rather, it is I who should be envious of you, Mr. Cohen. You took it upon yourself to try and comfort me. And then there's the finesse with which you dressed that fish. Though I turned my nose up at it earlier, that skill is a product of your diligence and ample life experiences, neither of which I personally possess. Oh, Missy, you're being too hard on yourself. Alright, that's enough of that. That could have gone in a loop forever. Looks like they figured it out themselves. Yeah, guess we never had to step in to begin with. Getting to know another person can ruffle some feathers, but it just might be worth the effort. Yes, well put. Can't promise not to stumble here and there, but I'll try a little harder to be more considerate of others. I insist, Mr. Cohen. You've done nothing wrong. No, I should have known better. Can it already? Your affinity with Cohen and Millet has increased. They're not who we came here for, but it has. Random event happened. I'm assuming the trigger was a certain amount of people on board, or even bringing Einar on board. I do not know. Thank you, by the way, Sakura Star. That sub. A little bit earlier. Right.